Welcome back to the Pondman YouTube channel. We're on our way to go and remove a pond. We're draining it out, ripping out the old fiberglass, smashing up the edge, filling it up and turfing over the top. So if you like before and after videos, you're not going to want to miss this. Okay, so we've got this little pond and we're going to get rid of it. Customers moved into the house and got little kids and they inherited it, so they don't like it. So it's going to go. Plan of action: take out the pond, cut it up, take all the edging off. It's only concreted in, can't imagine it being that thick. We get the breaker on it, smash it up into little bits. All of that can go into the pond. Once that's in the pond, we'll smash that up a bit more. Probably have to get some MOT, fill it up with that. Probably about a foot, 6 to 12 inches to the top. Topsoil, and then we'll get some turf and turf up the whole areas. Right, let's get some water in here. I think we can just literally bucket it in. I don't even know if there's anything in this pond at the moment, but just in case, there you go, should be enough. I don't think there's much in there, but I've said that before, and sometimes there's a lot of stuff, but there might be probably a few newts and frogs, even though they should have left the pond by now. So YouTube, it's been a long time. Now, I haven't been ignoring you. We have just had the maddest year ever. Lots of stuff's been going on, and I haven't really had time to do videos. I haven't particularly been that fond of some of the videos we've made, where it's just been me chatting a load of, well, hopefully useful information to people, but I didn't quite enjoy making those videos, if I'm being perfectly honest. So we wanted to try it and change things up a little bit. So we're going to be doing loads of videos. So we really want to have more videos of us on site doing what we do, like today. Today, I've already said we're getting rid of the pond, but we're going to try and film pretty much everything that we do, and also obviously talk and tell you what we're doing and how we're doing it. Try and be a little bit more informative, but at the same time showing what we do. We're going to try and simplify things a little bit, so I'm not going to try and do what I've done before, fancy camera angles, flying drones, all that sort of stuff, because unfortunately, unless you've actually filmed on YouTube or you have your own channel, it's actually really hard. A lot of the time you put so much effort into what you think is a good video, and then you upload it, you get like 100 views, where I've had videos where I'm just sitting in my van chatting a load of pond nonsense, and those videos seem to do quite well. So it takes up a lot of time doing all of that sort of thing. And also we're working on customers' like houses, where we're obviously charging them to do a job, so we can't just be standing around filming all the time. I know it's a bit of a cliche because we're doing it now, but we're trying to do it a little bit more efficiently, and so it's a bit more interesting to watch as well. So hopefully you're going to like this new part of the channel, and yeah, spread the word. Alright, I need the grinder. Okay, so as you can see, this is a fiberglass pond. These ones are really easy to take out. All I'm going to do, get the segment grinder, masonry grinder, we'll go around the top edge, we'll zip it out, and then we'll just cut it up into sections and properly break it up a little bit, and then put it in some liners, bin liners, take it off site. Earmuffs on. Let's get grinding. As you can see, we cut around the top, so we have to cut it into a few sections. So I'd say we go into thirds here. Go from the top down here. So one thing I would definitely advise, so anyone putting in one of these ponds, if you have one or you're working on one, I can almost guarantee you that underneath every single shelf there's a hollow bit, because it's virtually impossible to dig the ground out exactly to shape. So when you put it in, it's got something to support it. So I always say, if you're going to get in one of these ponds, never stand on the shelf. And look, and that's the corner. There's literally nothing underneath it. Shows how warm it is. I forgot to put my gloves on. Safety first. Lovely. As you can see, fiberglass, that's out. That's easy. What I'll do now, get the big breaker. Doesn't look big on camera, it's actually quite big. And just smash up the perimeter, and then we'll take out the edge as well, that can come out. And then we'll start breaking up all the stone, filling up the base. These big bits chuck in here. So we have a slight change of plan. Too much rubble for the pond, so we're going to take some away. Just filling up too much. So obviously I would say the height we really want the stone is probably up to the old pond height. You can see that bit of mud. So we'll get a few little bits in there, but we still have to take out all the edge around there and that back bit and all those big stones, so there's too many. So the old edge is kind of like, well, the grass has grown over it, so there's a big kind of hole underneath there. So we're going to trim that back all the way around, sort of neaten it up a little bit, so you should have a nice straight edge. So we're taking back the edge a little bit, tidied up. You can pretty much see where we're going with it now. We'll just get the spade on there, lower down some of the high spots. We might have to take a bit more out, might not. Just chop back some of these high spots. Chop back some. MOT, where are you? So day 2, and it's raining. It's been absolutely pouring down this morning, but it's calmed down a bit, but it's meant to be again in this afternoon. And we need to be using a whacker plate on the ground, so it's not going to be ideal if it's muddy. So We can't go to the job, but we can go shopping. We still need to get some turf, topsoil, so we're going to get that today. And then tomorrow's forecast isn't raining, so we should hopefully be able to get it all done and finished tomorrow. This has pretty much been the story of our life the last 3 months, trying to work. If you're a tradesman like me, it's literally a nightmare. It's raining all the time, you just can't get anything done. There you go, topsoil down. Let's go and get some turf. So back on site, should have everything we need. 9 square meters of turf, 6 bags of MOT, 20 bags of topsoil. The MOT really is just for like the centre bit where we filled rubble. Look at that, lovely and smooth. Nice and flat, like I said, mainly in the middle, and now ready for topsoil. Just like that. Oh, that's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Just roll it across like that and it should marry up.
Yeah. Chop, chop, chop. Do you know, I'm just wondering, to be honest, might be worth, we'll start on this side. Just move a few of these over for now. Because I can trail it out and flatten it nice. I don't want to walk all over what I've just trailed if it's not enough. So we've got a load of topsoil in. This stuff's nice to work with. I know there's probably a few other ways you can do it, but I like to use a trowel. So we spread it across like that. Move it to where we want it. And the trowel, you can start to tap it down as we go. You can't use a whacker plate on here. I've tried. It sinks basically. You start spreading, and as we're doing it, we're compacting it down at the same time. And it's also quite nice because when you come to put your turf on, you want a little bit of a gap between the old turf and the new, so you can kind of work it out. I watched the most ridiculous video on TikTok the other day. I might actually see if I can put it on this one. Of these, they look like builders in America, and they were literally laying it in the heaviest of rain, and it was just a muddy swamp. And they were just like, they weren't leveling it, they were just literally rolling it out. I just couldn't believe it. What you want is a nice sharp edge. Okay, so we're ready to lay the grass. Made a mark of the edge of the grass where it needs to go to. So we'll start laying it up, rolling it out, and then hopefully George will be back the rest of the topsoil so we can finish that bit. But in the meantime, we can start laying the grass down here. Usually I've got a board in the van, so I can actually stand on it without sinking into the new topsoil. Well, I haven't, so I'm just going to borrow one I found down there, and I'll put it back. Oh, where's my line? Just have to go over the edge a little bit. You couldn't get an easier job to do, but roll it out on the line. Look at that. This is nice grass. I think it's called stadium turf. If you ever want to get any, join them up roughly. Okay. Nice. Then what I like to do, take your plank, put it across the join, walk on it a little bit, and just follow the line. Turned up. well, turf's pretty much done now. There's a few little niggly bits we can sort out. Obviously we're going to cut a little strip to go into there. Right, that's a little patch just cut in. And then also what we like to do, just blends everything in and also looks nice. Bit of topsoil right around the edge. Brush it in and then yeah, grass will grow through that and all join up together and eventually it will look like one piece of grass. Right, job is done. Grass is on, all tidied up. Let's go and have a look. Happy with this job. These are always nice before and after videos. It's nice and flat, but it does go up the sort of contours with the grass up there. If you're ever going to do this, it needs to be watered once a day. And you can't walk on it for 6 months at least. And if you do, put a board down and you can walk across it. Otherwise you'll put some prints in. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's been a pleasure. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching.